Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DNA Podcast with your hosts, Drooby and
Sobroni.
oh my god, I'm so glad I finally got our names right.
Yes. This is starting off on the right foot.
Thank God. And today we have a wonderful, wonderful lineup for you guys. Nothing but the best for you and us.
And everyone.
And everyone else. So with that being said, let's jump right into it with Steingate 0, episode 2.
So I'm glad. I'm glad because I literally just watched this 5 minutes ago. So it's like the freshest thing in my mind anyway. I like this episode. This episode was a lot better than the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was so much better.
It was very, I don't know. It was light, but also heavy, but also light.
Yeah, it did the thing where it was like switching back. Like the first episode, in my opinion, was too dark. It was like, oh god, this is getting. Which fine, Steins Gate wasn't very cheery all the time to begin with, but the original Steins Gate kind of had like this dark comedy kind of thing going. So I'm glad to kind of see that in the second episode, where it's still depressing, but there's little bits of comedy here and there, and it keeps it fun. Plus, we got Kurisu back.
Yes, he did. So even though she's gone, she's not really gone.
The scene. First off, I think my new favorite character is the fucking American dude.
I was literally about to fucking say that.
He's fucking great.
He's so stupid. Like,
he fucking runs in and is just like, "Hey, what's up?"
He's like, "Hey, what's up, boo?"
I know Kamuy's like responding in English, and he's like, "What?"
He's like, "What did you say?"
I fucking love this dude.
Yeah, he's like easily like the best. Like, I hope they try to have like a serious moment with him just like talking.
Oh yes, please have a serious moment with him talking in English. His English is actually pretty good. It's on point.
It's a lot better than compared to most people.
So that was great. I'm loving Maho, not just because she's fun. She also has really good banter with Okabe, which was like my favorite part of the original series, where him and Kurisu would have this great back and forth.
Yeah.
So we have a bit of that with Maho.
And then we have a bit of that with Maho and Kurisu.
Oh yeah, their interactions were actually my favorite parts of the episode. With Kurisu teasing her and shit.
Like, Kurisu's like an AI, but she's already being all like tongue in cheek, just like the normal one would be.
Mm-hmm.
But yet not, because she's like doing it in like a really cute way. Like, she's slightly cuter than like normal Kurisu.
Yeah, when she first showed up, I'm like, okay, she's kind of being overly polite, but now she's just kind of being more silly. So yeah, I'm waiting for her to like go off on Okabe or something. The whole thing about this episode leads me to believe that there's going to be a tipping point where Okabe just like loses it or whatever again. But until we get there, it's going to be a fun ride.
and then it won't.
And then it'll be dark again.
Yeah.
And we kind of got a bit of that with Mayuri at the end, kind of like, I don't like where this is going.
Yeah. Also, I love the part where he was like Christina, and I'm just like, oh my god, I remember that.
Yes. Great callback. And I love how they didn't just brush it off. They just kept harping on it. Like, wait, now I'm curious about this Christina thing.
Oh my god. He just got so flustered and started calling her Christina and telling her to shut up. Like,
It's good. It's good to see how he contrasts to like his Steins Gate version. And you see little parts of him slip through. Like, even in the beginning of the episode where he yells at the other dude who's being a jackass.
Oh yeah, at the beginning. Literally, objection.
Yeah, objection. And like his little old self slips in. So I'm liking that. I'm liking this. So far, so good. I'm really, this episode set me up a lot better than the first one did.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I guess I haven't seen Steins Gates in a long time, but like, I guess now I'm slowly getting used to like this good level of anime. So I'm really happy.
Yep. Let's talk about a show that didn't have as great an episode. Boku no Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 3.
I didn't hate it. Like,
you go first because I hate the premise. What did you... Guess what my objection to this episode is?
Man Kitty?
Oh no, actually he was cool. I like that.
Yeah, guy. Man Kitty's definitely, but
he's dope. No, I don't like the kid. I hate this focus on the fucking kid.
I feel like they didn't focus too much on him. Like they did enough for like story's sake, but then
they're gonna keep coming back to him.
They are,
and it's annoying because it's such a dumb trope to have like the kid who's like, just I went over this last one. I just don't like the trope of an ignorant kid being like snobby and shit. It's like you're better than this.
Ignorant, like yes, I'm not a huge fan of it either, but like you're going like really hard.
Because I don't like this trope. It's dumb and it's overused. And there's definitely shouldn't be part of this art.
This is a lolly.
If it was a lolly, I would.
That's my problem.
I'll grant you, I'll be less bothered by it, but I would still be bothered by it because it's a dumb trope. Like this whole arc does not need this kid. If you take this kid out of this arc, it doesn't like. There's nothing he does for the arc other than eat away from good moments.
I wouldn't say that just yet because, I don't know. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong. Either A, they may have hinted at the kid's quirk. It's like the kid's quirk.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they like pan out to like the right and they show like a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
In my mind, I thought that was a kid's quirk. But now thinking about it, I watched the whole episode. That could have been the villains. I hope it's the former, not the latter.
I hope the villains kill the kid.
I hope
the whole point of this kid is to show how evil the villains are, and they just fucking slaughter him.
Okay.
Like this kid.
Okay. God. Like I don't know.
Like every time they show this kid, I'm just thinking like they could be using this time to like show the really cool villains plotting and shit.
Yikes! I do like the one villain who he can like have fire, but his fire causes like whatever burns. It's like a poisonous smoke. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's nice. I like their creative powers, which that's the one thing I did like about this episode, like their creative methods of training.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Even though half their training methods were just like, I feel like some people had it way too easy, and then everyone else had it way too fucking difficult. Like, what's this dude just kept heating up and cooling down the bathtub, and then Uraka is fucking like bouncing down.
Uraka, like, why is hers like so extreme?
Like, yeah, hers was like oh, she's gonna die soon.
Like literally, like I'm surprised at this point. Oh, let's just launch her into space.
Yeah.
If you try to bring yourself back into the orbit.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, everyone's training should more or less be the very straightforward. I guess except for her. I guess because her power is so like abstract, kind of.
Yeah, I guess so.
With everyone else's. So
how would you train those abstract powers though? Like, how would you train that dude's power who was in the tournament that if you answer one of his questions, he can mind control you? How do you train that?
you have him have a conversation with Lelouch.
Perfect.
And whoever guesses or mind controls the other person first wins. That's his training.
No.
I thought it was a good episode.
It wasn't horrible. It wasn't like, oh, this episode sucked. It was okay. It was an okay episode, especially because the end was really good.
It was definitely a good way to segue into next week's episode with all like the crazy shit. I'm surprised. I didn't expect them to just go right into like the villains attacking. I thought they were gonna wait like next episode for that shit to happen, not like at the end.
Yeah, that actually caught me by surprise when the smoke was coming out. I was like, oh, it must be like one of the cat people doing something. Or some new training exercise.
Yeah, that's what we thought too. So, it's cool. It's cool that like, I feel like they attempted to like trick us, the viewers, as well with the students.
Yeah.
And I think they were successful.
I think so too. I also realized this is 25 episodes just now, so I feel a little less upset about the kid now. Because I was under the impression this was 13 episodes.
Oh. Yeah.
So I'm like, if they eat all this time with this kid, okay. So a little bit better then in that case.
Yeah. Okay, with that being said, let's move on to Hinamatsuri, episode 3.
I'm tempted to make this my episode of the week.
I was tempted. It's not.
It's not, no, but
It was a
really
very,
close.
very, very incredibly close second place.
Yes. This was, oh my God. I don't know where to start with this episode.
Yeah,
because...
I know. Let's just go back to like a grown-ass woman blackmailing a middle schooler into
Yes. First off, Hitomi's parts, her little scenes are clearly the best. They're like the funniest ones.
Yeah, like like you know how they just make sideline characters and it's like ah ha ha ha, but it's not like the main funny. Like no, this is as funny, if not funnier than like most of shit.
Yeah, no, I was dying when this girl, Uriko, blackmailed her, and then it turns out Hitomi actually blackmailed her back.
Blackmail, but poor her, she lost because she was too naive.
Mm-hmm.
That made me feel bad.
The whole thing with the teacher coming into was so hilarious.
That was incredible. They're like, oh, hey, he told me get us another one. And she's like, you dumbass piece of shit.
You piece of shut the fuck up. That was great. I love Hitomi so much. Her scenes are like the best. But the first half of the episode was great too. The whole
it was very
so
good, even though it wasn't comedy. Really.
Mm-hmm. It was like a little comedy, but it was mostly just like it was kind of depressing too. Like, well, let's watch Anzu get accustomed to being
homeless.
But it kind of works out. Kinda. I mean, she's still homeless, but at least she's like with a family,
right? Oh god, that was so sad. And he like just gave the money. She's like, I have money, and they're like, yoink, take all the money away.
Well, it was a touching part. I can tell that there's going to eventually be. I feel like there's going to be a scene if they continue this trend where every episode they focus on different characters. I feel like there's going to be a moment where something happens with Anzu and the homeless people where I'm just going to cry because this is perfect potential for me to like cry at something. Like the old guy dies or something.
I hope they make it like not Shocklock, not Smoking. God, I can't name that movie. That title's too long. What's that Quentin Tarantino movie that everyone loves?
Pulp Fiction.
Yes, thank you. I want it to be like that. And correct me if I'm wrong. I may be talking about like the other movie, where like everything kind of just intersects slowly, like eventually, like if Anzu's like homeless story like laps over
like they lap all the storylines lap over with each other. Yeah, that's another movie, but yeah, I would love to see that happen. They all meet up in a bar with Hitomi or something.
Oh, Shock, Lock, and Three Smoking Barrels. I think that's the name of the movie.
Yeah,
very good movie. I recommend you watch it.
Like all of Quentin Tarantino's movies.
Is that a Tarantino movie?
Is it? I don't remember.
No, I think it's like a movie made in like England.
No, never mind then.
Yeah, but it's still a good movie nonetheless. You should watch it. But yeah, that being said, yeah, if all the plots like kind of overlapped at some point, like into one giant like shit show, that'd be great.
Although I wasn't as the weakest plot line was definitely the last one.
The last one where she's like everything. Well, that only makes sense because they gave so much to the other two, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the main character not having like the funniest parts.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's fun. It's actually different. It's a change of pace, and that's the entire episode revolves around the main character, and you give like the side characters some love. Yeah,
it's very good, especially when like those scenes are like actually like they pay off. Actually good.
Which, by the way, the last scene and the abrupt cutoff at the end was fucking great.
Oh, the super cuck, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's like the omega cuck cliffhanger because I immediately was like, wait, no, is there some after credits thing?
And me too. That's yeah.
So I'm so hyped for next week's episode. And I think it was like entitled Disownment or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So great. It was cool to see Hina try to like clean and fuck everything up horribly.
Yeah, no, it was still fun. Like it was still funny because it's like she ate all that ikura, and then it's like, oh yeah, I had all that ikura. It's probably bad by now, so better throw it out.
I feel like, yeah, it was funny, but it was just by comparison being after the earlier two parts, which were like amazing. It kind of fell flat, but still good on its own. So I'm loving this show. This is definitely my show for every week. This is like the show to watch for me. I feel like confident in saying every episode is going to be fun and good. Like Blend S.
Yeah, definitely a Blend S feel.
All right. Should we move on to
Can I tell you something? Okay, so I'm gonna break the fourth wall. Like I literally moved my foot to the left and like the monitor like turned black for a second and like my heart fucking dropped. I was like, don't you fucking tell me.
Stop breaking.
I would scream if my whole computer just shut down.
This is our first recording, by the way. This is my first recording on the new studio after the move. So for all I know, this is going to be recorded horribly, and the mic is not going to pick up or whatever because I literally just assembled this whole thing about 30 minutes ago. So we'll see. We'll see how well this comes out.
I think it's going to turn out great. Unlike the next episode.
What? Oh, we're going to fight.
DxD. Okay, so
High School DxD episode 2.
Yes, well, isn't it episode 1?
Episode 1. Because the first one was episode 0.
Exactly. It's just maybe it's one of those things where it's like I didn't watch the third season, so I'm clearly missing out on a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just
I mean, there isn't much to say about there are plot points from the third season. I feel like
I didn't miss too much. I mean, I really miss Kaneko becoming like a lollycat girl. That was like,
oh yeah, she does that in season 3.
Yeah, that was a shock, a bit of a what, and then it's just everyone in the harem just acts so harem-y. Like it's a totally different feel from season 1. It's kind of like,
I mean, they kind of grow to like him.
I know, but like they like him. They're just like, oh my, now we're just all over him, and we just all want a piece of him. And
that's definitely because you didn't see the first or the last season. Because Akano's transition to loving him kind of happened in the middle of season 2, and it makes sense. And then Koneko's is season 3, which is kind of abrupt, but it kind of makes sense. So it isn't like they just suddenly fell in love with him.
I know. I'm aware of this. I'm aware that I literally have 2 whole seasons of like what happened. I'm just saying it's a bit of a shock. I'm not saying they have to hate him or like cut his nuts off or anything, but they're like, I don't know. If like 1 or 2 of them in his harem are all like, oh my god, we love you, and you say that was fine. But for everyone to be about on it, it's just like, I just feel like another ecchi. Like,
I mean, Zenobia is not really.
No, ecchi. Sorry, it just seems like another like harem. Like I don't know. That the thing I love about Love Hina is like, it was still a harem, but it was like, I don't know, it was like moderate. Like, I think even if it's not an ecchi, or even if it is an ecchi, I think you could still like, do a little push and pull. But like now, and like they did in the first season, it was so good. Like they had a nice little push and pull. Like, some moments where just everyone's naked and whatever. Like that's cool. But now it's just all push. I'm just like, oh, this is kind of.
But that's the thing. That's what I kind of like about it though, because if you were doing a regular harem, I feel like it's not. Then you're in the middle. It's kind of just like, oh, I like him. Oh, but I don't like him. Oh, Sundre, blah, blah, blah. No, they're going hard. They actually like him and they want to fuck him and have his kids, and they're all competing with each other for it. So I like the pretense of it being it's an actual harem. It's not like a bunch of indecisive women and an indecisive dude being like, oh, should we not? No, this is just straight up, we're trying to fuck this guy. So yeah, I like the straightforwardness of it.
It's a little. For me, it's a little too straightforward, and I feel like they did it at the.
And I like that it worked its way there. Like if you compare it to season 1, even though, yeah, there was a bit more
They just, in my opinion, they just compromised everyone's like personalities just to be like, oh my god.
I would say that their personalities grew from the very first season to where they are now.
I don't know. Rias is just like, oh my god, Issei's about to touch my breast. Like that's literally, but that was a sentence.
So Rias is the only exception to that. Rias kind of degrades in her character, where that's more so like that's not this season. That's been the thing that just happens, where Rias starts off as like this kind of not scheming, I don't know, but like really smart, leading, domineering type. And she just slowly becomes kind of like submissive and plot device
like,
and shit.
There's more than one way to be all like, oh my god, you say I love you, but they're all the same way. They're like, oh my god, and I'm just like, oh, that's a total turn off because it's just a lack of creativity. I feel like
they have their various ways of showing him their love.
It doesn't seem like it anymore. Like it all seemed the same. Oh
my god, we need to go back and we need to watch the rest of the series because I feel like you're just maybe like if I
definitely thought this. I'm definitely judging like a very harshly on the person.
Do what Shion did. Shion went back and watched all 3 seasons and was like, okay, this is much better now.
I mean,
they definitely do that transition. Like Koneko in season 3 was very. She didn't start off loving him, but she has her own arc in season 3.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind her. I don't mind Koneko. I don't mind them all loving her. It's just like, just don't all be all like, oh, we need you. You say, oh, like there's other ways that people can express like there are. And you
do you want like a tsundere in there or something?
It wouldn't. Well, not even like a full-on tsundere. Just like a little bit, like just enough to be cute, or a bit of a yandere. Well, no, I can't even tell which one's the yandere anymore. Like, I thought it was Asia. I thought it was her. I can't tell anymore because they all.
I feel like their personalities are unique enough for me. It's not like I see much. They overlap in the fact that they just want to have sex with him, and they're very aggressive towards their desire for sex with him. That's about their only overlapping quality.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Give me a few more episodes to see how.
Can we actually talk about the fight that took up half the episode?
Which I wasn't impressed by.
What?
No, it was okay. It was very.
Oh my god! This is gonna be a show that you're gonna just be like, I wasn't impressed. This is gonna be the other persona this season.
Action. It actually wasn't. Like I was looking forward to.
What are you talking about?
I was over the whole harem thing. I was like, okay, can we get to like something like the quote unquote good shonen?
It was badass. What are you talking about? It was awesome.
I wasn't here for the harem
and fun.
I just want to see the fighting, and the fighting was just like punch. I teleport behind you, punch. I teleport behind you, punch.
You're gonna be so difficult with this show. I can tell already. You're gonna be so incredibly reductive and difficult. No, the thing is, you can reduce every fight to that though. I could be like, you know what? All the card captors is just what she uses the card and she captures another card.
That is not what happened in Attack on Titan fights. It's not just simple.
Eren just transforms
next to you. I punch you, and maybe I hit you, and maybe I don't.
Transforms into a Titan and hits them, and then they hit him back. And what was the action? I'm sorry, it was badass. He punched fucking Issei and knocked his armor out, beat the fucking shit out of him, had him power up. It was cool. I don't know what you're on.
It was okay.
It was cool. I don't know what you're on. And I love the way Asia stopped the fight by yelling out tits. So
best part of the fight when it ended.
Oh my god.
I was just saying it but no, it really just didn't do anything for me. It's like it feels like one of those like earlier Dragon Ball Z fights where it's just like
it wasn't all right. Let's put it this way: it wasn't a fight. It wasn't a fight that's meant to be like they're killing each other. It was like a sparring match, and for a sparring match, it was fun to watch.
Yeah, I'd rather watch a fight from Kenichi's Greatest Disciple. Because all that is like the fact that I would rather watch that where they don't have any superpowers, it's just straight up martial arts, and yet this one where they're like punching and destroying buildings.
You got that in the first episode, in episode 0, where they were like destroying shit and shooting lasers.
That was awesome. And then this was
okay, and this was a fist fight. What do you want?
A better fist fight.
Oh my god, you're gonna be so difficult with this show. I can tell already.
I wasn't trying to. I was totally open.
For some reason, I don't know why, but the every time we have a fun show where it's just like, oh, this show's fun, you're gonna be like, but better fights in Hero Academia. The story was better in Steins Gate. Like, stop comparing it to these shows.
I'm not comparing. Well, you can't say it was a great fight when it was not a great fight.
Like, I didn't say it was a great fight. I said it was a fun fight and it was good.
It was okay.
I'm not saying it was like the top 10 fights, top 10 anime battles of all time. Issei versus this dude.
It was okay.
Sparring match.
I've seen better fist fights against normal people.
Oh my god. Anyway, I enjoyed the episode. It was a lot of fun. I liked it. Moving on, we have Persona 5 Episode 3.
I still like Kamoshida's voice.
Why though?
Because he's so fucking creepy. Like, it's like, yes, it's the perfect voice for a creepy, abusive pedophile. Like, yes, it's perfect. Yes,
it's
I know he has muscles
voice.
And he's like a national thing, but I think they did a good choice in, picking a voice that reflects like how much of a disgusting, awful creep he is. I think it's very well done.
It's not even it's not swarmy enough to be like that. It's kind of like just nasally and annoying. I don't know. His voice just if the job of his voice was to just like, I don't know, turn me off, then I guess they survive. They succeed in that.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to love this voice and be like, oh my god, I love his voice. No, it's supposed to like nag you and make you feel ugh. Like, that's how it makes me feel, and I liked it because it commits to the character even
fine. More. I guess we're both gonna have controversial opinions because one of my opinions is I was talking to Shion about it, but apparently people didn't like the all-in attack animation.
Why not?
Because it's too it's kind of distinct from the animation in the anime. It's like basically transitions from the anime's animation to the just like
that's what video game. That's literally if that's your excuse, then you probably should maybe not watch a lot of this anime.
And that's what I was going to say. That's the whole point of this.
From the start, did I not say that and this is animated so well in the game? They're literally just going to like just rip it straight, like the designs, everything. They're just gonna rip it straight from the game.
And I like that they're doing that because I like the game. I'd rather them do that than try to do something different or do their own thing or some other BS and fuck it up.
It's a good thing. Like,
yeah, I like it. I don't know why a lot of people don't. I mean, I see their point in that it's kind of being like, oh, it's kind of lazy, but in this case,
it definitely is. But it's pretty.
It works. Yeah, it looks nice. Sometimes it's better to be smart than work hard, guys.
Yeah.
In this case, they were smart. They knew what to use.
I like that. I'd rather it go with something like that than it totally just flopping and being shit.
Yeah. The other thing that I kind of see both sides on, but I'm going to lean on the side that I like, is the pacing. Because I see that the pacing is super like every second I feel like they're in a new scene doing something different. There's not much time to linger on the individual characters and stuff. Like the whole point of the Persona games is like most of the stuff happens outside of the dungeons. Where
if you're looking for like that for mass character development, then it's like, first of all, have you ever watched a Persona anime? Like, if this is your first one, then I understand. But if this is not, like, you should know that they're not going to, like, just play the game. If that's what you want, just play the game again.
Yeah, I feel like the anime is the point of the adaptation of the anime is, like, we're going to cover the major points and then throw in, like...
Yeah, we're just going to go over the main story.
Cool things here and there. But if you want to see... And that's fine, because it works for a full... But there's no way they can cram in all, like, the bonds and shit.
Exactly.
It's impossible. It's literally impossible.
It didn't happen in Persona 4, and I pretty sure it's not going to happen now. So
yeah, you would need like we'd be 25 episodes in and we'd still be in fucking Kamoshida's dungeon if they wanted to do all that shit and see Ryuji and main character eat out at a fucking burger joint every episode or something. And I don't know, there's too much to ask for. So I'm glad that they're just taking it, just following the story. Just
if
stick
you
to the main
guys,
story.
like I said, if you guys want all that extra attention, just play the game.
And the fights in the anime are kind of I'm not a big fan. Well, I don't hate the fights in the anime, but again, the main point of the game was mostly outside of the dungeons.
Yeah, so I don't expect the fighting to be like the biggest part. For now, I'm okay with that because it just started. For now, I'm okay.
I do like how they're accurate to the fight. So like the enemies maintain their weaknesses, like the unicorn was weak to lightning and all that. That was fun. Those little nods and attention to detail are what I look for in this adaptation. Not much else, because it just has to do a straightforward adaptation.
Yeah.
I do still wish that they would do more with the main character, though. He's kind of still boring to me.
We'll see. We definitely shall see.
Yeah.
With that being said, let's move on finally to Golden Kamuy, which is definitely my episode of the week.
Yeah, I think it's my episode of the week as well.
God damn it. I was thinking I was gonna be all like out of nowhere being like, oh, making this anime your episode of the week, Drew? Oh, that's so unlike you.
You know what? No, this is not my episode of the week. It's gonna be Card Captors when you talk about that.
Oh,
but
God. Wow. Talk about God.
Everything is flipped on its head. This is opposite day, guys. But no, Golden Kamuy was great. This was a great episode.
This was a great episode. It won because it definitely did like the complete opposite of what I thought it would do.
Were you not expecting them to skin a squirrel?
No, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why you didn't give episode of the week is because you're like, oh my God,
I fucking hate those scenes. This has become like the fucking cooking shows, but like some kind of hellish version of Shingeki no Soma, where instead of cooking actual food, they
eat the brain. Eat the brain.
Oh, gross.
It is gross, but I don't know. It's just this episode had it just had everything. It literally just had everything, and I loved it, and it wasn't as like heavy. That's what I like about the most. It wasn't as heavy. I feel like they could have easily been like very like, whoa, this is a rough and tough show. Or
all the time. It's really not as dark as you would think it is.
It's really isn't.
Really funny.
Toward the end scene with the avalanche, with the mini avalanche, hysterical.
They're
actually really funny.
They're like in the cold, dying hypothermia.
Like, oh, they have X amount of seconds, or else they're going to die. Like, and then they're just like trying to like make a deal, like strike a deal, like yelling at each other about being crazy. The one dude who fell in, he's like had like that stupid look on his face because he's so cold. Like, it was so great. Even what's her face? Asipra, like her just like learning about her and like her little quirks and stuff. It was like, I don't know. It was very good. It was just a really good episode.
Yeah, it is. And like as much as I cannot stand the fucking cooking parts of these episodes, I do like to see like her little personality shine through. Like when she got pissed that he wouldn't eat the brain.
Like she's like, eat the brain.
Eat the brain. Just eat the raw brain. I'm sure you can't get fucking parasites or
no,
you know what.
Make their way into someone's fucking.
I don't fucking know. All right, then you eat some raw brain and see how it works out for you.
I don't want to eat raw brain. That's very gross. I'm not saying it's not gross. It's definitely disgusting. Although I will say one of my favorite parts was that OP gun throw. They're like fighting, doing all this crazy CQC shit, and the other guy tries to run away. And he's just like,
"Yo!" He just throws his head.
Doesn't shoot him. Smacks him, and the guy fucking goes into the river. Like, Jesus.
I also underrated. I'm glad they didn't do the whole episode of the week. I don't, not that I would hate it, but as soon as you heard that there's like, oh, there's however many immortals, it was like 27 or something like that.
Yeah.
Not immortals, 27 people with tattoos. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like every episode is gonna be like a new bad guy they gotta fight. But it wasn't. It was like they were looking for a guy. There was multiple guys in this episode. Mm-hmm. It was just like, it was nice. I like that they're not being as generic as every week is a new enemy.
Yep, which enemy is next?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was very good. Very, very good episode.
I'm glad we got this show and not Doreku.
What'd you say?
I said I'm glad we're watching this and not Doreku. I
feel like I should watch that, but I will see why I'm not watching that very soon. But with that being said, great episode, loved it. Let's move on to Oni's episode of the week.
My episode of the week.
Card
Captor Sakura. Clear Card Hen episode 15.
Yes.
You know why this was my episode of the week?
First of all, I'm fucked up that you're like, oh my god, I love her so much, and you like call her Mei-ling. First of all, what's everyone calling her Mei-ling for? Her name is, she's known as Mei. Like, she's always known as Mei. Why are we calling her very, like, if anything, that's weird. That's like really informal. Like, call her Mei.
Fine, I'll call her Mei. Mei is fucking awesome. She is single-handedly saving this show. She's the best character on this show. I said it.
Okay, well, you're free to say everything that's wrong ever. Like, I
cannot deny her amazing.
And let me also add to like false facts. Like, the Earth is flat. Scientology is the only religion that it matters.
You can keep pretending, but you know the moment Mei-ling showed up,
Timberlake's better than Beyonce.
Yes, but the moment Mei showed up, we haven't had a bad episode. And every time she's on screen, it's fucking 10 out of 10. She's great. She has perfect energy. She has perfect synergy with all the characters. She's just perfect. She even points out shit that I say. She points out how alike Sakura and Akiho are.
She's what?
She points out how alike Akiho and Sakura are.
Yes, Mei apparently she's literally apparently went through like the bitch boot camp and expelled all the evil from her body, and it's made her some like super insightful yet funny yet hard but not too hard of a character.
AKA
like
perfect.
Like they're trying to make her best girl like so hard, even though
and it's working so well.
She does not have a sound effect like Sakura does. So
true, that would make her too good though.
So no, she doesn't have that. Also, I love the return of Tomoyo's mom. I'm like, yes.
It was great this episode too. The whole when they were showing her, she was flipping out for Sakura's videos, but as soon as they started showing her videos, she was just like,
yeah, Tomoyo was just like, yeah, let's not watch. Oh my god, poor Sakura. I feel for her. I feel for her. She's just like, oh my god, please kill me now. And then I love the nice igarisu between Mei and
oh god, Sakura was like, oh, your pronunciation is too good, guys.
You said hi. What?
Nani? Poor Sakura.
And see, that's why I like, and that's why I think that's why I like her. I still like her.
I love Mei. Sakura, but I can't. Mei is just, she's just too good. Like the whole team.
They're trying. I
don't care if they're trying to. They're succeeding. They're really succeeding.
I like Sakura's flaws because that's what adds to her charm.
Well, Mei has flaws in that she's alone and nobody loves her.
That's not a flaw. That's called her fault for being.
No, it's not her fault.
She has to pay for her sins in the first season.
The whole
first 3 seasons.
The whole first beginning part where she calls Lee and then forces Lee and Sakura to talk was fucking great. That was great. I don't care what anybody says. It was one of the best scenes in the show. It was one of the most adorable, cute, best wing girl ever.
Okay. Wow.
You should be like ecstatic for this because you're the one who's like, May is shit. I hate May. She
No,
only gets
I
what
am.
Sakura's
I am.
wearing.
I am super excited. I'm so happy. Like she's a great addition to the cast. Love her. Really do. I'm sorry, I still love Sakura more than her, but she's a great like
Sakura has to step up her game.
no, she doesn't, because you know what she's gonna do if they get too out of line? Put them bitches to sleep, just like everyone.
Oh my god. Sakura needs to be afraid that if Mei Ling ever gets a fucking fighting episode, like if a fighter card comes back and Mei has to fight it, oh fuck, nope, there's no way. There's no way Sakura can recover from that. Mei will be best girl forever.
No, she. First of all, that's not gonna. First of all, they can't make that happen twice because she got her ass beat the first time. So.
But this is new, improved, better Superman.
Notice how literally all she does is like, she's good for all the school of life, like the slice of life shit. But then when it comes to like the actual like plot, she's like utterly useless.
The way that they're like making her out to be, though, I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden there is a fight and Sakura gets her ass kicked, and then Mei shows up and says, "All right, time for me to save the day." This whole story is like a Mei fanfiction.
It almost is. I will say they are giving a lot of love to her, and it's like that's why I'm not like, oh my god, mailing. Like I'm a little cautious because I'm like still about fucking Sakura. Sakura and Lee. Oh, speaking of which, because yeah, despite that, there is still like a lot of like Sakura, and especially a lot of Sakura and Lee when they're like dancing, and it's like this weird dance circle, and everyone's clapping for them. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was really weird. It was like adorable, but also really weird.
Was that an actual scene from the first series, though?
The dancing, the clapping, that I don't remember. I'm not sure. That I think it may have been like that may have been like they just added that this season. Cause she said this is like, oh, this is like hidden footage, just stuff that I didn't show or whatever.
Yeah, my hidden collection.
Yeah, basically the secret Sakura vault. Yeah. I still can't believe I'm like really Akio and see that giant being like a giant circle of light.
Nope.
Or that like little fairy thing circle around her before she fell asleep. Nope. No one saw that. No one saw that either in the hallway.
You know what else she can't see? How obviously evil her butler is in the morning.
Oh my! First of all, the butler. I think the butler was like, I wouldn't say so much evil, but I think he was like kind of stressed. He's like, oh, what happened this time? Like, oh yeah, everyone was like animal and it's great. And it was kind of scary. I'm just like, and then he's just like, oh, you read more. Oh, joy. Like, what calamity did you bring into the world this time?
So does she like unconsciously just bring calamities to Sakura or something?
I think so. I think with every part that she can read, like she releases a card.
Oh, well then she probably like get her to stop reading that book.
Yeah, probably.
End of the series.
No, he probably wants her to do it for some reason. Or they're going to do some bullshit reason like, oh my god, her and the book are bound to each other. She's going to find out one way or another.
Either way, this was a really good episode. I'm glad that the show's picking up in the later parts.
Yes, I agree. I hope that's gonna be Sakura's go-to thing where she has to like do something where people just puts everyone to sleep.
All right. I think that about wraps up this week in anime. Oh,
it does. But I do want to say how this whole week I more or less marathoned almost all of Mahotsukai no Yome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that series is like really fucking good. Like it's essentially just like a second Violet Evergarden.
Maybe we should have watched it while it was airing.
We probably should have watched it. Violet Evergarden, so I feel like that made up for it.
Well, it wasn't the same season as Violet Evergarden though. It was like way earlier, wasn't it?
No, the second half was aired with Violet Evergarden, I believe.
I thought it was like a year ago. Anyway, I'm just totally out of touch.
But no, it was really It's I think I'm like 2 episodes. I have 2 episodes left because it was so good. I needed to keep watching. First of all, that opening that you saw in the trailer, one of the best opening songs that I've heard in a while. Like, so good. Like it's like imagine if there's an anime with like 2 violets, but you didn't realize one of them was violet until like later on, and then they're just like you just watch them grow. You just watch 2 people grow in 2 different ways, and it's like, whoa! And it's like it's really cool, and then it gets like dark, but it's also like not like too emo dark. Like it's like, oh, I don't know. It just has that same Violet Evergarden feel, and everything's pretty all the time because it's magic.
Yeah, the 2 episodes I saw when you were here were very pretty, like super pretty.
Like it's just
that cat was really pretty.
It was really good. It's just a really fucking good anime. Like if you like Violet Evergarden or Mahou Tsukai no Yome or any of those like very like good dramas yet not too drama-y, like, and if you like magic, I know most people who would watch this have watched this already, but I'm just saying I was a fan.
All right, and since we're in the room of making, I guess, suggestions, this is nowhere near as good as Mahou Tsukai, nor does it appear to the same demographic. But I have been watching that shitty Uma Musume Derby show, and it is a lot better than you would think. So if you guys want to watch a dumbass show about girls who are horses that are racing each other, check that out because it's fun.
Oh wow!
It's a dumb fun show. It's one of those shows where it's like it's dumb, but it's dumb in the way. It's dumb in a good way. It's just so much fun. It's a fun show, guys. Just watch it. Turn your brain off and watch it. It also pokes fun at how dumb it is, so it's like self-aware of how stupid it is. So, plus it actually does have a lot of detail. If you like horse racing, it's pretty accurate to horse racing. There's a lot of horse racing stuff.
What is it called again?
Uma Musume.
Oh,
Pretty Derby.
Uma?
Yep.
I'm definitely like...
Definitely watching the first episode.
I rewatched. Yeah, we rewatched it. What? It's pretty high up here in the rankings. What the fuck?
I mean, relatively high, I guess. Higher than
it's on the fourth row.
It's a good show.
I will take your word for it and leave it at that. I'm still mad about the main. It's one of those things where it's like I would watch it, and no matter what you say about it, like the fact that it's so stupid, like the main concept is so stupid. Like it's very much like a Naruto thing. Like your main concept's so stupid that I can't even, like, I just can't even bring myself to watch it. No. But yeah, for all you guys who want like a stupid thing to watch, then I guess by all means go ahead. Ow.
Well, you guys who like stupid shit, go watch it.
Yeah, if you like stupid shit, by all means.
All right, we've degraded our audience enough, guys.
You fucking idiots.
I was gonna degrade our own podcast. So if you enjoy stupid shit, then leave a like for this podcast. Leave a like and consider commenting and subscribing. If you haven't already and you find it in your heart, you can donate to our Patreon or be a sponsor on YouTube, and in which case your name will be displayed as is happening right now on screen. These are all our wonderful patrons and sponsors who've made this lovely program possible. We also have a Twitch and a Twitter and a Discord. Drew, do you have anything you want to add?
I bought this red nose from Dwayne Reed, like, because they're doing like the AIDS Walk Day like in New York City soon, and I literally have been trying to put it on for like the past like 2 minutes you've been talking, and it's almost happening.
I think you're supposed to squeeze it. I don't know if you're supposed to put it on.
No. I think I did it once. They make a cavity that you can put your nose in. It's just a little bit. Oh, see, I did it. That's why my voice sounds weird because it's on.
Well, bye, guys. This has been Sober Oni along with
Drooby Doo.
We'll see you guys next time. Later.
Bye.